Hello, good evening, welcome. My name is Obindako, welcome. I want to share with you briefly find your life purpose, live intentionally. Find your life purpose, live intentionally. Nothing, nothing in this world satisfies or makes life more meaningful than living life that is on purpose, living life purposefully. Most of us were trashed into life, were pushed into life. We were born and they rush us through school. And once you're rushed through school, they choose any kind of course for you, especially those of us from Africa. And, you know, based on all kind of things come into play. But many of it is the kind of job you will get when you finish that course or program. And then when you finish, they give you some paper, they call it certificate, and you go to look for job. And maybe if you find a good one, then you start to maybe look for a woman or a man to marry. And you run through life like that, and hopefully maybe you become a director or big man, as we call it, in maybe some government institution, or maybe you find yourself with political leadership or maybe religious organization. And you know so we begin life with that little understanding of purpose. But as we grow, as we learn, as we study, you see that great men, people who lived life fulfilled, who made difference, had this sense of purpose. They if not 100%, a lot of their decisions and choices were based on the fact that their life, why they came into this life, there was a reason why God brought them here. There was a reason the Creator brought them here. And that their psyche, their mindset, those people were or are the fact that I have something to accomplish before I leave this earth. And that this height that I have, this gift that I have, this talent that I have, this training that I have, this parents that I have, this, whether I was born an African or Asian, whether I was born a male or female, everything that I was wired with that came here was programmed that way for me to fulfill a particular purpose. So if you have that kind of thinking, then you see that nothing stops you. That's why some people had to, exchange. They had to be killed on their path to fulfilling purpose. Some of them were jailed. Some of them, they endured all kind of problems and challenges and difficulties because what kept them going was that sense of purpose. They knew that their life mattered, So if you don't get that, life becomes boring. That's why some people can, because really money is not the reason for life. But most of us will live chasing money. Money is just a tool to accomplish purpose. Why you were born here, why you were brought up here. So you must know your difference. You must study your gift, your talent. You must know that which you are able or which you've been programmed, equipped, not only naturally, not only the things that God put in you, but that which you have also acquired from life. Why did you acquire that degree? Why did you acquire that skill? Why do you do these things easily? What frustrates you? What is it that you can create? What institution can you build? What product can you build? What policy can you change? What book can you write? What product can you bring out into this life? What is the course of life that you can change, that when you are gone, somebody will say that this man came to live and he changed this course? Have you found out that? Or you just live to work for salary? You just live to give birth to children and marry and have a nice family? That is not the purpose of life. And so you are gifted. God gave you talent so that you could accomplish that purpose. You are fortunate to have met some people in your life who drew your attention to some things, who brought some light to you, some illumination. All those culminate into you becoming the best person to complete that purpose that your creator brought you here. And so if you live life from that level, you don't just quit in life. You don't just give up in life, because there is that sense of purpose. School will not teach you or help you to find purpose necessarily. Not even family, not even parents, not even friends. Purpose is linked to your passions, your frustration, the gift, the way you process things, how you think, how you make decisions, the things that concern you. What is it that you can do all your life? You know, sometimes you can get up early in the morning. You can think about that, and you become so much obsessed and possessed with that. You really want to see something change. The other time, I just happened to watch this gentleman, a young man, Ghanaian, who is doing fantastic expedition, or what would I say? Something on YouTube. He goes around and he goes to African countries, go to all these countries, and he's trying to bring the good side of Africa, you know, and he's blowing it on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube. And this guy was trained as an engineer, a young man, but you can see the energy that he's doing this thing with. Nobody's paying him, and he's making significant progress. You watch his program, you can change your mind as to, he goes to Rwanda, he picks pictures, shows videos, he interviews people. He goes to Nigeria, he goes to Uganda, he goes to China. He's bringing this awareness to Africans and bringing this sense of confidence and sense of togetherness. I'm like, yes, this is somebody who has found his purpose. His purpose. You know, he has light. At this stage in his life, he's so much energetic, he's so much into this, and he's trying to make a difference. Purpose goes beyond just looking for a job. Purpose goes beyond just getting a certificate. Purpose is you see something in society that you want to change. It may not have anything to do with the college degree you have. It may not have anything to do with your background. It may not have any, sometimes you may not even have any training in it, but you're so much committed to making a difference. That is purpose. So find yours. And if you find purpose, you change lives. You change lives, you change generations. You change the course of history. And you don't give up. You may feel like quitting, and the next day after you wake up, you are back into energy because you have that sense of purpose. So if life is sometimes very much confusing for you, if life is that much depressing for you, sometimes you don't even know why you are alive, you feel like you're frustrated, it's because maybe you have not train yourself to live with this thing we call finding your life purpose. You know, so it could be anything. It could be business, it could be product that you're developing, it could be book that you're writing. You could become a politician, and you're not there to get money for yourself. You're there to make sure that your country develops. You know, you could be a doctor, and you're there to solve a particular thing in the health sector. You could be a teacher. You can see a teacher who is living on purpose. That teacher is so passionate, so interested in the welfare of his student. Anybody who goes through his hand, you can see that that person becomes better. If it's your purpose, and you get into that, whether it's a product, whether it's human being, whether it's a process, whether it's something that you're changing, you can see a lawyer who is practicing and who has that sense of purpose. He doesn't play with it. Anybody who works in that sense of purpose works with credibility and character, and they are so much interested in the value of lives. They want to bring progress, they want to bring development, they want to bring change. They want people to become better. They want to bring illumination. Some people are writers, and when you read their books, you never stay the same. There are books that you can read, and they will change the course of your life. There are people that you can meet, and they just discuss one topic with you, and that will be the turning point in your life. There are some products that you use, and you can see that this guy, created this product, not only looking for money. He created it because he felt he was created, he was born into this world to make this product, to make a difference. So have that sense of purpose. Discover it. Without it, life is painful. Without it, challenges and the vicissitudes of life will overcome you. When you have that sense of purpose, if you live trying to find it and walking into it and walking in it, you see that life becomes that much fulfilling. Problems, you will live above them. Challenges, you will live above them. And nothing can stop you. No opposition can stop you. Nothing. You can see Mandela, for instance, had that sense of purpose. Nothing could stop him from fighting for the dignity of his people. There are so many people who have lived in history who had that sense of purpose. In our current generation, so many are just living for jobs and salary and family and enjoyment and fun. And that's why we are overwhelmed with difficulties and challenges. So whatever sphere of life that you feel like you are gifted and you're trained and you're equipped, sometimes you can see a footballer. The way the guy plays, you can see this one is gifted, was born to do this. What is it that you think you were born to do? That is the only place that you'll find fulfillment. That is the only place that you'll find yourself. That is the only place that you'll make a difference. What is it that you have? What is it? What is it? What is it? You have to find that yourself. Sit down to ask questions. What are the things that I am so much passionate about doing? What are the things that I do without getting tired? What are the things that I do that I can do for free? Some people can just share their knowledge for free. You can see that this one, he doesn't get tired. While somebody has some little knowledge and he wants to charge, somebody can just share his knowledge. It brings illumination. Somebody can just pick the scissors and get some clothes, and the designs that person will come up with, you'll be shocked. Somebody is gifted to just build businesses. Somebody is gifted to, build institutions. Somebody is gifted to just take care of some children without families. What is it that God put in your heart? That is the reason you were born. So don't let school kill that sense of purpose. Don't let culture kill it. Don't let society kill it. Find yours. Live more. Live. Don't live for livelihood. Don't live only chasing money and getting career progress. Live for that sense of purpose. That's why you can see some top corporate person. They get to a point they feel so much frustrated and say that, no, I can't find myself. I feel like I'm lost. Then they find something that they're so much passionate about, and they can leave all the other ones and go and do this, and they become so much prominent in that. Why? Because all their lives, their gifts and their training were there for him to fulfill that. So look through your life. Find that. That's why the fulfillment of life is. And there's nothing like that when you can live with that sense of purpose. So my name is Kwabena. I'm talking about find your life purpose. Find your life purpose. Live intentionally. Find your life purpose. Live intentionally. If you don't find it, nothing else will fulfill you. Nothing. Not money, not marriage, nothing will fulfill it. When you find it, that's where you have found your kingdom, you have found your empire. Because as a matter of fact, you were created to find that one. So what makes you different from other people? What are your gifts and talent? What is it that you can build? What is it that you can produce? What is it that you can change in society? What is it that frustrates you? The complications in your background growing up, all of them were preparing you for you to live this purpose. Find that. Most people only live looking for salary, looking for another job, looking for another contract, looking for this, looking for connection, but they never live for purpose. When you find purpose and you stay with the process, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. So find out what is it that you can change. Every one of us every one of us was created by God to make a difference. And you can only do that when you have that sense of purpose and find it. None of us is a mistake. Your background is not a mistake. Your family background is not a mistake. Whether you are tall, short, you're not a mistake. Fair, dark, you're not a mistake. Whatever that happened to you, The moment you find that sense of purpose, everything else starts to make sense. Everything else starts to make meaning. Some people will say that, oh, I chose the wrong course. You continue to say that you chose the wrong course because you have not found that sense of purpose. Once you find that sense of purpose, you stop saying that I chose the wrong course. That course starts to make a meaning because everywhere you are, you can make a turn the moment you find the direction. And everything starts to contribute, starts to become a tool, starts to become something that will help you to achieve that. When you meet somebody who is around 50 years is still complaining about, the background and the cause and the lack of money and, the divorce and all those, it's because they have not found that sense of purpose. They don't know why they were brought here. Most people, the most dangerous and the most painful thing of life now is that we have a lot of humans who don't know why they were brought here, why they are here on this earth, beyond just dragging themselves to go and work and to pay bills. And that's why life is so much difficult for a lot of people. You find that sense of purpose. There's a contribution that you can make. There's always something that you can make. What is it that you're passionate about? Find out and start to make progress. Some of them you may think that it will take you a lot of money. You never know. You never know, because at purpose, when you find purpose, there's provision. You don't know who will come across you. You don't know. Just find out. Just find out. And it starts with, becoming aware that life is more than just dragging yourself through all this life trying to look for money or trying to look for a job or better career or trying to marry or give birth to children or having party or watching football. There is something that God created. Can you imagine if somebody did not create that light that we use? Can you imagine if somebody did not commit his life to create that smartphone? Can you imagine if somebody did not find time to discover the internet? Can you imagine somebody did not find time to discover the processes that you have to use to refine gold, plastics, all things that we use, pens, everything that we use? Somebody exchanged it with their lives. And the reason they stayed with that purpose, the reason they stayed with that course without giving up, is because they knew that their life was at least committed to making a difference with that one thing. So what is it? Somebody produced a music that changed the world. Somebody produced something, a play, a film that changed the world. What is it that you can change? What is it that you can build? Is it a product? Is it an institution? Is it a business? What is it? Is it a book that you can write? Is it a film that you can produce? Whatever. Is it people that you can take care of? What is it that God packaged you for? Find that out. And usually you can do that thing with all your heart, and you can sometimes even do it for free, and you never get tired. I love sharing on business, on innovation, on life, because I think I have heart for that. And my inspirations, I don't keep them for secret. I share them because I think that's where I also make a difference. And I think that's where some of my gifts lie. So what is it that you have that God gave you? Live life on purpose. That's where you start to understand life. Life without purpose is useless. Any life, any human being who does not find why they were born, why they were gifted, why they were born where they were born, why they had that period, those parents, whether they knew them or they didn't know them, why they think the way they think, why they met the people that they met. Those things, there is a reason. Find them. Because there is a problem in this world that you must solve, and that is the purpose that you're here to do. What is it? Is it the furniture that you can make? Whatever, you have to find out. Maybe you're the best coder, you can code. Maybe you're the best programmer. What is it? Maybe you have to teach some children English. What is it? Maybe there is a gentleman who goes to the prisons. He picks his camera, goes to the prisons, interviews them, and you can see the work he's doing. You can see that this man was born to do this. You can see it. It shows everywhere. He's so passionate about it. He feels the pain of the prisoners, and he puts his videos there, and people are commending him, and you can see it that this one was born to do this. What is it that you think we're born to do? Do that to make God proud. Don't just be a slave Don't just follow things. Find yourself. Find yourself. Don't just marry and give birth to children, women. Find yourself. The gift that God gave you. Some people have gift with finances. Some people have gift making proper business decisions. Some people are fantastic managers. What is it that God made you to do? Find that and leave it. So my name is Okedako. Thank you very much for watching. I just talked about find your life purpose. Live intentionally. Don't let the problems of life stop you from finding that purpose and living it. Find it. Everything that happened to you, whether they were mistakes, you call them mistakes. Whether they were errors, some of them, you will call them errors. But they were all preparing you. Even the toughest challenges that you met, were all preparing. Sometimes the most blessings, I think that blessings come in the form of challenges. I am fully convinced of that. The things that we thought were mistakes were actually the things that got us thinking and started us to, they set us to become more serious. So even the most painful moment of your life, sometimes they were a stage out of your ignorance to shape you onto that path. Now they become mistake when you don't find the purpose of life. At the moment you find the reason you were born, everything else starts to become a positive force to help you to, achieve that purpose. Even the friends that left you, the people who malign you or lie on you, they all start to make meaning when you start to live on purpose and you find that. So thank you very much for watching. Sometimes the business idea that you show to that man, that he stole the idea. If you find purpose, that will start to make meaning to you. You'll be shocked. Everything is not a mistake when you hit purpose. They all start to make, they change to become positive. They change to become an advantage to you. So your training, the courses, everything start to make meaning to you once you start to live a purpose, once you start to find your purpose. So live intentionally. Don't just run through life. Don't just chase jobs. Don't just chase salary. Have that sense of purpose. That is when life starts to be fulfilling. That is when life starts to be, that's when life starts to make sense. So thank you for watching. Thank you very much.